Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal, a Formula One history podcast by a couple of friends that love Formula One. I'm your host, Rosa.
And I'm your Rock Lobster host, Luigi. And today we are rating drivers from 1978 for our special series, the Time Portal Championship. So let's go.
And today we also have Ratna with us. Hello, Ratna.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here.
Oh, that was a radio voice. That was nice. I liked it.
Well, do you remember, Ratna, the last year you did with us? Was it in the 70s?
No, it was definitely not the 70s. I think it was probably late 50s, I think.
No.
Late 50s?
Are you sure?
Really? Oh, maybe the 60s. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not 70s. Yeah, no.
If we were more organized, we'd know, and we'd say, you did 63 and 58. But we don't.
Well, I should know that. I'll make it
go.
out
He
the
did
next time.
61, Luigi.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, wow. So that was good old Phil Hill Championship, and here we are in 70.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. And Rock Lobster.
I was going to say, Luigi, do you want to explain your Rock Lobster reference?
Yeah, Rock Lobster. I'm a big B-52s fan.
Really?
I would say they're in my top 10.
No.
They're in my top 10 because I like their mid-80s stuff, not their first album, which was 78. And Rock Lobster was one of their big hits. I wouldn't say it's my favourite song, but it does have a special place in my music history. It's the first CD I ever bought.
Oh, right. I see.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's why.
Sentimental value.
Their first album was in 78. They were doing
the Yellow album. I think it was called the B-52s.
Right.
And I bought it in 86, I think.
You
know. What was your first CD, Ratna and Rosa, before we get into the episode?
Oh, gosh.
And for those young, while you're thinking,
CD?
For those young
You're
people,
thinking a
CD
tape.
is compact disc.
I bought a tape. My first music was buying a tape.
Yes, mine was a tape too.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't say it was my first music. It was just my first CD.
Oh, CD.
Yeah. So,
right.
No,
yeah.
I can't remember.
My first CD was in the
maybe
80s.
Cyndi Lauper or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember. My first tape was Ratna.
Yeah, I know. My first CD was it's a jazz fusion album by John McLaughlin. It was a live recording.
We've got a music highbrow with us, Luigi.
I know. I was just a mad fan. That's all.
Well, Rosie, you came to that conclusion real quick, and you are spot on.
There you go.
Wow, so I've gone superficial pop. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's going to shall I do the odd numbers and you do the evens, Rosa? What do you reckon?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Just as a recap for our listeners, we do these very fast race recaps. Oh no, so I shouldn't call them recap because that's the name of the normal episodes. Because this series is called the ReDo series, where we give the TP Championship. And we do a short race review. The full race reviews are in our normal recap episodes. So this is meant to be just a short, fast one to remind us of the episode. And all three of us pick our top three or whatever number we pick. And we don't know each other's picks. So we're finding out here live, except Rosa, who looks in advance because she does the calculations.
Yep.
Okay. Race 1, Argentina.
Yep.
So everyone was excited for this new race of the season with many new cars and the start of a new tyre war between Goodyear and Michelin. Also, Lauda was making his debut with the Brabham team, having the Ferrari in interesting conditions. Andretti and Reutemann were the pace setters at the Argentinian race, but unfortunately Reutemann started the race with the hard Michelin tyres. As such, at race start, Andretti charged off into the lead while Reutemann struggled with his hard tyres and fell back. The reason why we're mentioning him is because this is the Argentinian race and he's an Argentinian, so the crowd would have been really looking at him. Watson in the Brabham charged up to second place, even past Lauda, his team leader, and Peterson, but Andretti was too far up the road. At halfway, Watson retired with engine issues and Lauda moved up to second. Depailler, who qualified 10th, even challenged Lauda for second, but finally finished third. Race was quite processional, and the final results were Andretti, Lauda, Depailler, and Hunt, and the Ferrari pair of Reutemann was 7th and Villeneuve in 8th. And this is Villeneuve's first race in the Ferrari, wasn't it, Rosa?
Yes, that's correct. I think he filled in for one race in 77.
Oh, when Lauda left early. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is his first full-time drive race. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, your top three, Ratna, and why?
Oh, mine. Okay. I gave my first one to Mario Andretti. He won his first race in 78 in a 78 Lotus. So I thought that was quite...
Yes. Please don't start that conversation again.
It does come up a few more times in my selection.
It's one of Luigi's bugbears how Lotus name their cars.
Yeah, because in 78 they launched the 79.
Yes, that's right, halfway through.
And this is their old car, which is why they're using it, which is frustrating. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, look, and he done well for himself, right, in terms of coming in first. And the second one, I gave it to Niki Lauda, actually, because I thought, while he came in second, I thought he was probably the best driver there, despite having a really crappy Alpha flat 12 engine with his Brabham. He overcame the odds, and still came through. And my third one went to Carlos Reutemann. He's a local guy. He should have podium at least. Unfortunately, he didn't. This guy is in Argentina and he's got, German, Italian heritage. He should be up there. And didn't quite happen, which is unfortunate.
Okay. I'm not sure about Reutemann.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I think you're being a bit generous. Okay, home ground. But where do we draw the line on that perception of things?
He does redeem himself eventually.
You got to remember, Ferrari are the defending champions, aren't they? Are they?
Constructors, yes.
Constructors. So he probably should have done better. I'll give him that. But yeah.
Okay. I've got no other comments. So move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ratna, it's been a while since you've done these. We start with third, second, first to build the drama. But who did you give the win to? So I gave third.
Of course, I remember now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to redo it?
I gave third to Lauda.
That's fine.
So Lauda for third. Great debut to come second in his first drive for a new team since 1973, when he was, funnily enough, in BRM.
Oh.
And we have no BRM anymore, do we?
No, they're gone.
They're gone. So I gave second to Watson. Poor guy, he had a great charge and would have finished second, in my opinion, if not for the car issue. And yes, he did break down at the halfway mark, but I'm a glass half full type of person. So I think he would have finished in second and beaten his team leader, which was an impressive for the debut, although admittedly Lauda was getting used to a new car, new engine. And I couldn't go past Andretti for the win, just like Ratna. Pole, win from the start, just total dominance. And just a special mention to Fangio, the Argentinian great from the 50s. He waved the flag to the wrong Lotus when the race was over. Only a minor thing, not worth points, but just calling it out because it was funny.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have no real issues with yours, Louis, because I pretty much have the same, except I've left Lauda out.
Yeah.
So I didn't put Lauda in. I've got Depailler in third. I gave him third, and mainly because he came from 10th to third.
Yeah.
And there weren't very many retirements, I don't think, in this race. So I thought that was a good, given he's in the Tyrrell. Is that right?
He is in the Tyrrell, yes.
And they've not been very strong of late. So I thought that was a good shout out. I gave Watson second. I agree with you, Louis. His second spot was his, really. And if it wasn't for the car trouble, he had the pace, and I think he would have finished second. And I gave Andretti first because he dominated all the way from pole to win, and no one even got near him. So I didn't have room in there for Lauda. So, yeah, left him out.
And I feel bad I left out Depailler because Tyrrell had their worst season of history in 77. I don't know if it was their worst in history, but it was their first year without a win.
Exactly.
So for him to come third was not bad.
Yeah, but I do like the fact that you called out Lauda in his first race for Brabham too, and he did well to get second. So anyway, this is what we do here. So after the round one, we have Andretti in the lead on 24, Watson second on 12, and Lauda third on 10. All right, we're off to Brazil. Race 2, first F1 race at Rio, and the track was very bumpy and new to all the drivers. Peterson did a great job securing pole in an evenly fought battle with James Hunt, Andretti and Reutemann, and they were all next on the grid. At race start, Reutemann charged into the lead. Peterson suffered too much wheel spin but held on for second. However, his car had serious oversteer issues and he fell back and would retire. Andretti would move up to second and would safely sit there until, with 10 laps to go, his car jammed in fourth gear and he fell back to fourth. Meanwhile, Fittipaldi, who qualified an amazing sixth, he always does well at his home race, doesn't he? Found himself in second place, and despite vibration tyre issues, he held on to second place, with Lauda a steady fourth due to many retirements. Reutemann won easily by 49 seconds, Fittipaldi second, Lauda third, Andretti fourth, and Regazzoni in the shadow, an impressive fifth from 15th on the grid. Peroni in the Tyrrell finished sixth and got points in his second race ever. Okay, over to you, Ratna.
Okay, I'll do it in proper order this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the third position, it's a lot of unverified information, but it's a combination of music and football. So I gave it to Rupert Keegan, who is rumored to be a distant second cousin of Kevin Keegan, the all-time football great. He crashed out on the fifth lap after having visions of the girl from Ipanema. Again, he was hallucinating. Now, and this then inspired the actual naming, because it was in Rio. It inspired the actual naming of Rio Ferdinand, another football great who was actually born in 1978. That part is true. He was born in 78. And then 4 years later, Duran Duran had a hit album called Rio. Again, all of this is fantasy, but hey, we just wanted to squeeze in Rupert in there.
Wow.
In second place,
I'm just digesting that one. I don't even know how to protest it, but go on.
Neither do I. It has no foundations in any F1 that I can hook onto and actually,
I was believing what he was saying. I was like, wow. And I was like, another wow. And then at the end, all unverified. And I thought, oh gosh, here we go.
Okay.
Creativity, I'll give you points.
Okay. Yeah, we just thought it'd be nice to have someone like Rupert in there. Also, it's called Rupert, so there you go.
Yeah.
And in second place, I gave it to Fittipaldi. Well, he came in second, but also at the time of this recording, he's actually 78 years old. So,
wow.
So he's
wow.
And so it's a 78 race, and he's 78 now. I thought, a bit of trivia. And also, he's had the most amazing and astounding sideburns or mutton chops throughout his life. Yeah, and even at whatever ripe age he is now at 78, he still has that. So, move over Elvis, here's Fittipaldi. And in first place, I had Carlos Reutemann. I call it the South American redemption after missing out in Argentina in the previous race. So, and it's his first win of the season.
Interesting creative picks.
Took a wild ride there, Louis, through some fantasy land.
Yeah.
We've ended well, though.
Where's Ratna going to go?
I know.
We've got some dramas this season. And there's no dramas in this race, but he's created drama.
He has created it, yes.
Yeah. And we're recording this in 2025. So when he says he's 78 now, that's what Ratna's referring to. So
Yes.
Special call out. And I agree. His sideburns, and he's really stuck to his guns on them, and good on him for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So for my picks, I had two drivers in equal third. I had Regazzoni in equal third with Andretti. So Regazzoni, great drive from 15th to 5th in a fairly average car. It's a Shadow, right? It's not the Shadow that we had 2 or 3 years ago, which got pole position. This is like a midfield car. And Andretti was easily in second place until his car jammed in fourth gear, so I'm giving him third out of recognition of that. In second place, I had Fittipaldi. Just an awesome drive to take second place. Haven't seen him up here for a long time. And we have to recognise it while we can, because he's not often up on the podium. And being at his home track, that would have been pretty awesome for him. And Reutemann for the win. Great start, domination. First Michelin win in the modern F1 era. So this special arrangement Enzo Ferrari did with Michelin has paid off pretty quick on a race 2. And he won by over 49 seconds. So really dominated.
Yes. Yep.
Pretty safe picks. Nothing to challenge there.
No, nothing there to be concerned about, Louis. I think they're pretty safe from you.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't have a drink beforehand. You weren't tired. You like.
Not like
if I had said anything like, if I said what Ratna had said, I'd be torn apart. I know that.
Yes. I had Regazzoni in third. 15th to 5th was a good, like you said, in the Shadow. I think that's a really good result for him. Fittipaldi in second, held on to second even with that car issue. And like he does do well here. They do prepare a little bit like Ferrari at Monza. I think this team prepare for Brazil, but he did do well. And then, yes, Reutemann in first because he was 49 seconds. That's huge. It's a huge win for Ferrari and Reutemann.
Yeah.
Okay. So after 2 races, Reutemann takes the lead and he's on 28. Andretti is second on 26 and Fittipaldi is third on 18.
If you're going to sell Fittipaldi shares, now's the time.
Yeah.
They're at peak price. Okay, so we're up to race 3 of 16, the South African Grand Prix. So Lauda secured a great first pole with the Brabham team, with Andretti second and Hunt third. At race start, Lauda muffed a gear change and fell back to third. Scheckter took the lead from the third row. He, however, had tyre issues and was passed by Hunt for the lead. Then Hunt had a blown engine. Andretti then took over the lead, but then he had tyre issues. Eventually, by half distance, lots of drama, and Patrese in the Arrows was in the lead and pulling away. That's in the Arrows. With Depailler in the Tyrrell in second. Then with about 15 laps to go, an assured win to Patrese was lost when his engine blew. Just as an FYI, this is Arrow's third ever F1 race. This is a new team. Andretti was in second.
Yes, but with an old car. Remember, this is the Shadow car.
Yes, but it's still a new team. But okay, I hear you. We come to that. Yeah. Then with about 15 laps to go, an assured win to Patrese was lost when his engine blew. Did I say that? Andretti was in second, but he spluttered for fuel and with a few laps to go had to pit. This left Depailler in the lead in the Tyrrell with a hard-charging Peterson closing in. Then Depailler had blue smoke coming from his engine, which is not a good thing. And on the very last lap, while trying to lap a back marker, Depailler's engine briefly spluttered. Peterson launched an attack and they battled through the last lap, banging wheels, both not relenting. Then Peterson finally got on the inside line and won. It's a very exciting ending there. Depailler finished second, Watson third, Jones fourth, Lafitte fifth, and Pironi sixth. So over to you, Ratna, your top 3 and why?
Yeah, I pretty much stuck to the positions here. In third place, I gave it to John Watson. Interesting fact. I mean, according to the mathematical modeling done in 2016 by someone called Mark Hanlon, Watson was the 25th greatest F1 driver of all time. That would be okay, but he was actually placed ahead of Sterling Moss. So I thought, hang on a minute.
Wow.
Hanlon, what's this guy doing? But Hanlon did put Fangio as number 1 of all time. So there is some cred in there.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Luigi does call Watson the new Sterling Moss, don't you?
But not for the same reasons.
He's very unlucky. Yeah.
But,
you do.
that's not what this ranking's about. I mean,
No.
Moss retired from nearly 50% of his races.
Yes.
And mostly from the lead or thereabouts from the
Yes.
podium position. So Watson was very unlucky, but that's a big call by Mark Hanlon, putting him in 25th and ahead of Sterling Moss is a very, very big call.
Yes, that is big.
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, in the TP Championship, we gave Sterling Moss 4 world championships. Now,
yes.
Watson doesn't get a look in.
Mm.
So I'm questioning Mark Hanlon and his methodology, perhaps.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. We don't know what methodology was used. So it must be a combination of car and driving, and I don't know.
And that and Watson was his uncle or something.
Possibly. In second place, I had Depailler. I mean, hard luck to him. I mean, he was, all set to win, and then, the car just gave up on him, right, at the worst time possible.
Yeah.
And in first position, I had Ronnie Peterson. I mean, his comeback was first win in 2 years, so good on him. And then he was in a bit of a roll after that. So that's my top 3.
Interesting you left out Patrese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
All right. Not
I've got my reasons for that, but we'll get to that eventually.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So Patrese is ignored. Okay.
Yeah.
I had 2 drivers in third and 2 drivers in second. So I had.
All right. This is when you started drinking now, Luigi.
So equal third, I had the Renault team. For being that annoying car. It wasn't mentioned in the recap, but in the race review, we talked about it being the annoying car that was super fast on the straight, but very slow on the corners. So I just thought that was a sign of things to come because that Renault has a turbo and it really does change Formula One. And it's in its early days of impacting Formula One. And Scheckter, really good start from, the third row to take the lead, but pity about his tyres. In equal second place, I had Peterson. And Depailler. So Peterson, because it was a great win and battle for the lead, really exciting final ending there. And taking the win on the last lap is special and brave and rare. You don't often see a lead change on the last lap. It's only happened like 10 or so times in Formula One history, and we just read about it now. Depailler, great battle for the lead with a few laps to go as well because he was in that battle, but he was on the bad side of that battle. And it was great for them to be in that position, but I couldn't put either of them ahead of Patrese because he did a great drive to take the lead against all odds in essentially a new car. Yes, it was the 78 Shadow with an Arrows paint job on it. Not 100%, but it had some minor changes, but it was a rip-off car. And yes, Ratna will talk about that later. And look, he was leading in that car with not many laps to go, 15 laps to go. And you have to remember the Arrows even the Shadow was not a great car. So he was about to do one of the biggest underdog wins in probably of the decade. There's been a couple of others like Jones in the Shadow also won. And what Hunt in the Hesketh, this would have been right up there if it came off. That's my picks.
Look, apart from you trying to squeeze everyone in the race in your points, I have no issues with it. Renault, do you give points for someone being annoying and not actually doing? But okay.
Good enough on the straight. They did some special stuff on the straight which caught people out.
All right. Okay. Well, for my third, I've put someone in that you guys left out totally. I put Lauda in. So when you guys put him in, I leave him out. And then when you guys leave him out, I put him in. So I said it was his first pole for Brabham in only his third race. I know I didn't really call out his first podium for Brabham, but anyway, I think he should have come third in this. I know he messed up a gear change, but I think third was his. I put Peterson second, great battle for first win for Lotus, but I've put Patrese first for the same reasons that you did, Louis. He should have won this race. He had it. He had the pace. He was in a new car. He was leading. He had 15 laps to go. I felt sorry for the guy.
I sort of agree that you've left, but I don't think it's good that you left out Depailler because he He's also in a not great car.
Yeah.
Peterson's at
Yeah.
least in that dominant Lotus. So where's Depayer's
Yes.
credit?
I know, but you can't not give it to Peterson. It's his first win for Lotus.
No, I think he's won for Lotus in the past. You mean for this season, maybe?
For this season.
Yeah.
He's come back to Lotus. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think Lauda might be a bit generous too. He retired on lap 53. I was just double checking.
Of how many? 70 something.
Yeah. Was he sitting in third at the time?
Yeah,
I think you're being
don't
generous
know.
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay. I take your point.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting tied at the top though now. Reutemann's on 28, Andretti's on 26 in second, and Fittipaldi is third on 18, but Peterson is right on his tail on 17, and then we have Watson and Patrese on 16.
Yeah. It's quite tight.
Okay. We're going to go over to Long Beach, which is the US Grand Prix West. So Ferrari were in a zone for this track, and it was a Ferrari front row with Reutemann on pole and Villeneuve in second place. Lauda and Andretti were next up, then Watson and Peterson. At race start, Watson made an audacious move for the lead from fourth and nearly took it. The drama of Watson's move forced Reutemann and others to balk one another, and it was Villeneuve who opportunistically took the lead. Watson in second would soon retire. Villeneuve was leading, and it was an error he made while lapping back markers, which caused him to hit a curb, make contact with another car, and retire. So we now had Reutemann taking over the lead, but he had a feisty Jones, who qualified 8th, right on his tail. Then Jones had engine issues, and he fell back. This left Andretti in second, with Depailler, who qualified 12th, up to 3rd. Even a 360 spin by Reutemann towards the end of the race couldn't stop him winning by 12 seconds ahead of Andretti and Depailler. Peterson a distant 4th, Lafitte in 5th, and Patrese, who had to pre-qualify for this race, came a well-deserved 6th. Over to you, Ratna.
Okay, I had in third position Depailler. I mean, he had a solid drive. I mean, he started in the 12th position and then finished third. So good on him for doing that. In second position, I was going to give it to the Long Beach track because it was the Monaco of the US.
Yes.
But then there's, I mean, how can there be a Monaco of the US? I mean, it doesn't even make sense, right?
Yeah, that's Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
But I gave it to Andretti. He's come back into podium position after missing out on the last 2 races. So good on him for making that charge back for Lotus. And in number 1, I had Reutemann. I mean, he completely dominated, right? And it was, a really good Ferrari race in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a
I got no
360,
comments.
so he looked very graceful as he won as well. So
yeah, I think he was just showing off, really.
Yeah, he was, exactly.
It's interesting because this is race 4, right, of 16.
Yeah.
And I mean, because there's no spoilers here, because if you're listening to this, you should have listened to our recap episodes. But towards the end of the 78 season, Ferrari basically announced that Scheckter is driving for them in 79. And so Reutemann is let go. But here's Reutemann winning 2 of the first 4 races. Were they thinking that at this point? I doubt it.
No, I doubt
so
it.
it seems so. Poor Reutemann. He's looking like the real deal, doesn't he? He looks like a good replacement for Lauda. Yes, I've picked a few drivers again. So equal third. Equal third, I've got Villeneuve, was doing well in the lead until he made that mistake.
You gave
which pushed him.
points for Villeneuve for making a very basic mistake, Louis.
But he charged
Come
into the
on.
lead, the young gun. Come on, you've got to say good on him for not having any fear of those old hands, Watson, also equal third for that audacious move at the race start. He went from 4th to nearly 1st, settled into 2nd. He had an early retirement, but I think he would have been up there. Just like, what was his name? David Hamill, the guy who put him in 25th
Mark
all time.
Hanlon.
Yeah, just like Mark Hanlon. So giving him some credit. Equal second, I had Depailler and Patrese. Patrese, because he nearly won the last race, and despite that, was still forced to pre-qualify for this race, and in that fairly mid-car, finished 6th and got points. So he's really on form. And Depailler from 12th to 3rd, great solid drive. and I put 2 drivers in equal first. So
Oh,
even I
gosh.
think this is too much. I've got to stop myself, Rosa. Reutemann, great pole, survived a dramatic start where he fell back to 4th but drove steadily through and won the race. And Jones. Now, I put Jones ahead of Reutemann in the ranking, but they got the same points. Jones was really hounding that Ferrari in an inspired drive from 8th on the grid. And remember that Williams is very much a midfield car at this point in time. And this is their first new chassis in nearly 2 years. So he was really unlucky to have car issues, but he was right up there. So watch out for Jones.
You know, part of the challenge of this series that we're doing, Louis, is to actually choose things. To make the hard choices. Wow. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 drivers in there.
I know. I've got to stop it. And I apologize. I will do better. I'll be tough. I'll get off the fence.
I don't know. We did this weeks ago. I don't know. It's funny. Well, I didn't look at yours, so I don't look at any of them before I do mine. But then I do look at them all when I'm adding them all up. So I had to laugh hilariously at that one.
Yeah.
But I put Patrese in 3rd. He pre-qualified and then he finished 6th. So I thought that was good. Look, 2nd place was hard because, Depailler from 12th to 3rd, and Andretti also, but I actually went Jones. So I think his race got destroyed by, strangely, his front wings started to flop down onto the road, and he couldn't do anything about that, which was so out of it. And that was on lap 47, sorry. So he had a great race up until then. He had the fastest lap of the race on lap 27 and he repassed Fittipaldi. So I think I want to call out Jones. I think there's a little bit of Aussie sting in there, but I'm going to call out Jones for 2nd. And then I gave Reutemann my full points for number 1. Just a good dominant win. It was a bit lucky, I guess, in the end that Villeneuve made that mistake, because Villeneuve was leading when he went out, Reutemann. But anyway, he still won. So, and he was showing off with a 360.
He won despite that.
And
right. The only disagreement I have is agreeing with you, but I don't think Jones was just a patriotic pick. He genuinely was up there. He was battling the Ferrari.
Yes, he was. Yeah, exactly. And it was just, strangely, his front wing just collapsed. So, which is a strange reason to not continue to race. But there you have it.
And I just quickly, I want to have a go at Ratna for not picking Jones.
Well, I think I redeem myself later on for picking Jones for those patriotic reasons. So,
so get ready some weird Australian logic in some future pick. Here we come.
Right.
Okay, so at the end of the 4th race, Reutemann is still in the lead. He's on 48. Was he in the lead in the real race, Luigi? I don't think he was in the real championship.
He'd won 2 of the first 4 races, so he would have been up there or thereabouts. Yeah.
We have Andretti 2nd on 32, Patrese 3rd on 23, and Depailler 4th on 20.
Excellent. We'll squeeze one more in for this episode, I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. You want to call it?
Oh, if you like, we can squeeze one more in. Let's go.
Let's squeeze one more in. Yeah, otherwise we'll make it it'll become a 4-parter. Let's make it a 3.
Oh, gosh.
So we're up to race 5 of 16, the Monaco Grand Prix. So Reutemann and Ferrari were again unstoppable in qualifying, securing pole with the Brabham pair of Watson and Lauda in 3rd and 4th. At race start, Reutemann made an average start, so Watson took the lead, with a bullish and opportunistic Depailler slotting into 2nd from 5th on the grid. Reutemann would get a puncture at race start and would not play a major part in the race. Watson would lead for a while, but would run off the track due to some brake issues. This left Depailler leading the race, with Lauda not too far behind. Then Lauda had a puncture, and he fell from 2nd to 6th. He would start a major charge, and with retirement and setting a race lap that was faster than his qualifying lap, I always like it when drivers do this, he would finish in 2nd place behind Depailler who would go on to win the race by about 25 seconds. Scheckter would come home third, nursing a car with a broken second gear. And Watson was also nursing his car home in fourth. Peroni, who qualified 13th, and Patrese, who qualified 14th, would finish an impressive 5th and 6th. Over to you, Ratna, your top three and why.
Okay, I started with, in my third position, I give it to all 8 finishes.
Yes.
Rosa would have loved this.
A pretty low
Yeah.
count, 40% finish out of 20 starters. So I thought, good on these guys for sticking it out and actually, getting the race done. In second place, I sort of flipped it. I gave it to Depailler for his first ever F1 victory. It was a good drive, but probably not as good a drive as what Niki Lauda did, despite his puncture and, trying to come back and finishing in second position. I thought Lauda did a fantastic job for coming in second, but because of that, I gave it, he comes in first for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good picks.
The all 8 finishes was I struggled with that. I thought, do I put everyone's name in and give them all half a point? I don't know.
Or you probably don't put any.
In the end, I just named it all 8 finishes. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Over to you, Louis.
It's me now. Yes, of course. Okay. I've settled down a little bit here. I had 2 drivers in equal third. I had Patrese and Peroni. Patrese 14th to 6th, a great drive again. And Peroni 13th to 5th, great drive in what was his 5th F1 race.
Yeah.
I had Lauda in second. He was up there the whole time with a strong recovery drive after changing tyres and coming second in the end. So it was a good solid drive for him. And Depailler, like Ratna said, first win, going from 5th to 2nd. And don't forget, Tyrrell hadn't won a race in 77. I mean, they were persisting with the 6-wheeler. They went back to 4-wheelers for this season. And, getting a win, probably just what Tyrrell needed to regain their mojo. That's me.
Yes, a little bit more restraint. I had the same kind of thought. I wanted to give it to Patrese and Peroni as well, just because they qualified so far down the grid and then they ended up in the points. But I gave them equal second place because Depailler won, so he should have got more points than those 2. So but I didn't want to give it Depailler first. So I've given Lauda first. He had an unfortunate puncture, great charge to finish second. He should have won this one, I reckon. So, mine are Depailler third, won 4 points, equal second for Patrese and Peroni, which they get 3 points each, and Lauda first on 8 points. So I agreed with you, Ratna, that Lauda deserved the win here.
Thought so too, yeah.
It was Depailler's first win, and I think... to put him third, Ratna at least put him second.
Yeah.
You gave him third, which is sort of fourth because you put 2 drivers in second. So I think that's disrespectful.
More points. But Lauda should have won. That puncture just came at a really bad time for him in this race. Yeah. So I'm writing that wrong for him.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so after 5 races, Reutemann is still in the lead on 48. Depailler, though, is now in second on 38. Lauda is third on 36. And Andretti is fourth on 32.
Oh.
All right, and we're going to call it.
We're going to call it.
Come back for part 2.
Okay, see you, everyone. Bye.
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 Bye.